And welcome to the Cosmic Show. Your host is Cosmic Chimp, and today we have the one and only Rabenschild. How are you?
I'm good, Cosmic. Hello. Welcome
And a
to.
question I ask everybody: what are you
Oh.
wearing?
What I'm wearing? A black t shirt and gray pants and
Yes!
socks.
Epic wears tighty whities. I need to tell everybody that. Anyway,
So if I would sit here in my underwear, you would tell everybody?
maybe,
No, no,
of course.
I'm not trying to sit here. Let's say that the pants are pretty comfortable pants. It's not like I'm sitting here in jeans, but I'm wearing pants. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, anyway, guys. So, Rabenschild, how's
Yeah,
your day been? How are you?
pretty good because you wanted to record pretty early. I'm still a bit tired, but everything's fine.
Okay, boys and girls. So today I've managed to get this amazing man onto the show, and we're
Hmm.
going to talk about him. Have we look around his base, maybe destroy something with a nuke? We don't know. We'll see as it goes along. Eh,
That is not we no 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 nuking stuff. No, not good.
I might just leave like a mystery button in your base, so when you're doing your
Yeah, mystery button.
so when you're doing your let's play, you're like, oh, what's this? And it says
What's this?
Cosmic's been here.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So, to start off with, I'd like to ask you, what got you into YouTubing?
I think like most of the people that started around my time, it was Minecraft. I was invited to a Minecraft server, and a lot of the people there recorded, and so I started recording too. It it was my first recordings were Minecraft, modded Minecraft content,
And did you have a
and
lot of episodes out on it, or?
would have to look it up. But yeah, pretty much don't know 50, 60 episodes. I don't have exact numbers here, but I have um, a lot of Minecraft modded Minecraft episodes, some just Minecraft episodes, and
Okay.
some other stuff. But at one point, I found Space Engineers, and then I basically switched over from Minecraft to Space Engineers to basically get sounds dumb, but to get my own audience,
Okay.
because the Minecraft people, I got a lot of Minecraft subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of them came from someone way bigger than me, and after I left this, or after this YouTuber left the server, they basically left with him, and so
Oh.
I had the chance to I had the chance to basically get my own audience with Space Engineers too.
Oh, like redefine what your channel is and redefine it. Nice,
Yeah.
sweet. I know my subscribers come from Epic. Uh,
It's
it's good though. I love our space engineers community. It's so big and the people in it are amazing, wonderful people.
we
And
have
then
we have some pretty good people. The thing is that I believe that the community in its whole is a bit older than,
hmm
for example, the Minecraft community, and I think that makes a huge difference.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, some of the some of the conversations that I've had with everybody has just been weird and wonderful.
Yeah, it's yeah. The weird people are everywhere, but again, it's. I think. Wow, what was that?
Just me.
The thing with again, the thing with Space Engineers is that it attracts a big range of age groups basically. So I have in my subscribers, I have mothers that watch my content with their children
Oh,
as
nice.
don't know as a relief coming home from work. But I also have uh, 15, 16-year olds that like to build crazy contraptions and call me out on being uh, making not crazy big builds and all that stuff.
But see, when you've got really oh, what's the word for it? Really amazing small ship builds and stuff like that, where you're putting so much thought and care into them. Why would you need to go
My
big?
um
You know what I mean? It's like because you've put everything into small builds that you don't really need to make a big, massive mothership like that one over there.
like the one I have over there. The thing about it is that I really make the I build and I build and make concepts of everything in survival, and
Okay.
that's the huge difference that I have there. So that's why I can't go too crazy big, because if I want to just test something and then say, yeah, I have this 1 kilometer long spaceship that I want to build, uh, it would take me ages to build that, and then to realize that it doesn't work, or that it is just too big for my world, for my PC or whatsoever.
Yeah, fair enough. So you've done
And
everything in survival, not one
my
creative.
my yeah my world is completely survival. I have to
Nice.
sometimes go into to don't know clean up stuff,
Mhm.
to use Space Master or something like that, because I frequently have to clean up worlds and all that stuff. But everything is done in survival.
Man, that is amazing. That is actually phenomenal. I've done
And
a lot
it's
of build in creative, and hopefully with my new LP that's coming out, I I have no choice in the matter but to build in survival.
um yeah, it's for me it's a that I really like. I want to. That's the thing. The people always come with crazy ideas of building, don't know, crazy big hangar doors with whatsoever. But the problem with that is that the concepts for these things usually are made in creative, and so it can happen that they don't that it's just impossible to get them to work in survival. And
Like with pistons, never do anything in
yeah,
creative with pistons.
yeah, pistons, yeah.
I've done a few elevators that can, just when you log off, they just explode.
Yeah. I have 3 pistons in my world at the moment. Just 3 pistons, and I always have the fear that something happens with them, and then I suddenly have a spinning spaceship that spins with Mach 2 and just grinds its way through my space station or something like that.
Oof.
And I'm not sure. So I'm using pistons pretty pretty restricted here. I
Maybe,
had that in the last world. I had that I built a rover with with basically a piston arm inside that grabbed another rover and pulled it
mm-hmm.
inside. It was pretty amazing, but at one point it just flipped because of pistons and rotors. Just flipped on its roof, and then it was gone.
Maybe you should put a spotlight at the end of it, and just that would be Lord Clang's baby for the day.
Yeah. It's I was pretty mad about it, because that's the other thing. I I usually, and sometimes I do it, but I usually don't read. So if something happens, then it happened,
Right.
and then I have to deal with it, and that's always the problem. I think I had a few reloads, or one or two, with the with my big ship, when something happened to it, I definitely went in there and reloaded because uh,
Your baby!
losing that thing would have not been nice.
Would that be one of those moments where your off button on the computer would have just been handy and you'd have pressed it and then you'd walk away?
Yeah. Some stuff like that
I've done that before many a times.
where there was rage quit. Definitely, Mr. Rage Quit came around.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're on to one of his ships. What's this called?
It's the Empress. The people made the decision. It's modeled after a ship that's called the Duchessa, and we needed a bigger name for it. So
The
it's
Duchessa.
the Empress.
Would that be after a certain YouTuber?
And no,
Pampered Duchess.
I met Pepper Duchess later. I already
Okay.
had the Duchessa then.
So
It's
basically, you told the future that you're going to name a ship after somebody you're going to meet.
no. The thing is the Duchessa is a fine. The At one point, so I'm running Space Engineers now for so long that I'm basically a historian. So you can go
Oh,
through all my
nice.
videos and see what got added and what got. And at one point they added this feature that you had random encounters basically.
Yes.
So you could find derelict ships. And after that hit, I went out there and found small fighters and stuff. And then I found the Duchessa, and we will see her in a bit.
Okay. I'll look forward
And
to that.
it's initially not my ship. It's a find, so you can find it on the
Yeah, random encounters.
yeah on the you can also find it in the workshop basically.
Oh,
And
sweet.
you will see the resemblance.
Have you added any parachutes to your build? Yeah.
Um, hmm, yes and no, because
Mm.
I dealt with the parachutes mod that basically is
Right, okay, I get you.
the father of the parachutes that we have in game now, and I worked with them already. So I did some planetary drops with the parachutes. For example, in my last world, I dropped a big egg basically onto Mars with a base inside, and
Oh,
then
sweet.
I used that to build stuff with basically with a parachute. Was a nice thing. One of my most viewed video.
I need to watch that.
It's called the egg drop.
The egg
And
drop.
then you can. I didn't deal with the new parachutes because again I already did that. Maybe I should have.
I think you should. I think you should play with the new ones. It'll be awesome. So,
Yeah, at one point I will go back to planets. Basically, I'm coming from a planetary play, and now I went into space. And when I go back to the planets, I definitely will do something with the parachutes. So
loving it. Loving the
yeah,
ship. It's amazing.
yeah, it's a bit bland at the moment because it's still a work in progress. But it's basically a bigger version the of the Duchessa, and then
Mm-hmm.
I had a bit of room to fill. This is basically the bridge and the don't know every room.
I have to say, I'm liking the stairs. Good idea with how you get on and off it.
Um, it
With
works. I would like to have different stairs because again, it's
There's a mod that I've been playing with, thanks to Swoodycraft,
yeah.
and they're actually half blocked stairs. Yeah, it's actually really good.
I will have to take a look at that. I saw someone else play with a stair mod that
Mm-hmm.
had winding stairs you could go up. That was one thing I pretty much liked, but I wanted to go as vanilla as possible.
Vanilla is always best, especially if you want to like build big things.
Yeah, it's having crazy amounts of mods. So I reduced my mod load pretty much from my last world to this one.
Okay.
I slashed it in half basically, and now I only have a few really mods that bring in blocks or something like that. So let us go to the back.
Where's the back?
Here, there.
I see you.
Went
Oh,
there already.
let me in.
We can go through
Let's hold hands and skip in.
that. No, I will not skip here. So
Yeah, hold my hand though.
this this is basically a room for refineries and for storage. Behind these walls here are storage containers. They're all
Sweet.
set up with Tim. These are in here. Uh, they should have already gone by now, but I was too lazy to remove them. Jump drives in the ceiling.
I love that.
And
That is
we
actually
have,
so smartly done.
yeah, there are more jump drives, but I had some space here and needed bigger ranges, so having some more smart drives, yeah, jump drives here was.
Smart drives. I like that.
I played a bit of modded Minecraft in the last weeks, and there's some stuff with smart cables, and yeah, a door to sides, so you can,
Present.
if you want, yeah, do whatever you want, but we will lose oxygen here.
Ah, so this is the back. I thought this was the front. For some reason, when I looked at a distance.
No, this is the back half.
I like it. It's very well built. Seriously.
It's again, it's I can't take all the credits for it because I basically took the Duchessa and made her bigger. So we can go to the front, and then we go to basically deck 2.
Let's go.
Um,
Butter toast.
um,
Upstairs or straight forward?
no, just straight through. Deck 2 or deck 1 or however you want to call it will come in a second.
What about deck 5?
Only 2 decks.
But you said I can call it whatever I want.
Yeah, okay, you can call it whatever. It's just that's a thing I had while I was building the ship. I realized that having less decks, as dumb as that sounds, makes it easier to
Navigate.
find stuff and to navigate, because I had ships before that had, don't know, 3, 4, 6 decks and then convoluted deck layouts, and here it's just pretty straightforward. Front room with nanites, batteries, jump drives, and the nanite module.
Right.
I have this nanite part here, for example, is removable, and you could dock it to other stuff.
Ah, that is such a good idea.
I had it move on its own for a while, but I had to remove the mod that I used for it, and now I
So-
will have to redesign that.
So what you could do is
Yeah.
unconnect it and then fly the ship up, and it would just slowly drift out.
I could, yeah. Before I had it with thrusters, so this thing could just fly.
Mm-hmm.
So undock, fly out of this hangar, and then dock to something else. But now I would have to bring it out with another ship or something
Okay.
like that.
That's a
Yeah,
really good idea.
I have to go back to that and design that again so that it can fly on its own again.
I actually genuinely love that. That's such a great idea.
Yeah, it's a thing I realized when the nanites, as dumb as that sounds, but the nanites are a pretty big strain to the world, to the CPU, because they constantly take a look. Okay, what needs building? Where's stuff that I need to weld up? And when they fly, um, again, my computer is not the best, and it then it then gives me lag and FPS problems. And so
Okay.
I decided basically that I want to use less nanite modules, and that's why I had the idea to have one movable thing, so I could dock it to other things um, and then use it on a station or something.
Honestly, like, that's such a great idea that I'm actually going to steal it myself and use it.
You steal whatever you want. So batteries, I have to fill that up, but these batteries are far enough for now.
Cool.
Um, and
More,
then again, the same thing with the that I have on the back side, front side with the door.
more jump
Take-
drives.
Yeah, more jump drives. I try to go for at least 1,000 kilometers of jump range. This is the candy cane. I'm a big fan of Homeworld, and
Right.
there's ships in Homeworld that have these antennas or whatever it is in the front, and I used that in StarMate. I played a lot of StarMate, and
Is this actually the cockpit as well?
you can fly it from here, but don't do it right now, please.
No, I won't. I won't. That is such a great idea.
It's just because if you want to dock it precisely, yeah, to do it.
There is
from
things
here.
called cameras.
I know a lot of that there are cameras. I never came up to no. I know that there are cameras, but if you deal with such a big spaceship, it's sometimes it's better to see it directly and not through a camera. Yeah, this is basically a pinpoint nanite module. So if the other nanite modules can't reach a space, I can just try
Put that right to it. Yeah.
maneuver that thing into something. The candy cane was originally a way in StarMate to make my reactor size bigger, basically.
Right.
And then I just took it and brought it into Space Engineers 2. I really like.
I love it. I think it's just amazing. Like, your whole build so far has just been genius.
Again, it's we will talk about that when we do Chessa again. You can come back in and then go up.
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
By the way, up here in the ceiling, there are always the. I'm trying to always make advertising for the nanobot mod.
Right.
Do you use that thing?
Not yet, no.
Take a look at it. These are the nanobot mod. It works a bit like the nanites, but it's cheaper and I have the feeling not as straining on the CPU.
Okay, I
And
shall add a link in the description for people to have a
It's
look
called
at it.
it's
themselves.
called nanobot build and repair system. You can also find it in my
Actually, I
or-
think I seen Wasted, or was it
yeah,
Captain
some-
Shaq using that in one of their live streams?
Yeah. He got into that because people mentioned that to him. This thing is pretty cool because it's sometimes a bit more precise than the nanites. It doesn't pick up stuff. That's my huge thing why I still use the nanites, because they can pick up stuff. But this thing can build, can remove, and it works with colors. That's amazing. If I color anything in my world in a pretty pink, it gets removed by the
Yeah.
nanobot.
I seen that in one of your live streams, and I wondered how you did that, and I thought it was the actual nanite machine.
No, no, no. It's the people ask that too. How do with colors? And I said no, no. It's something else. Um, I like that thing. I really like that thing. So this is the middle section.
Hmm.
The original ship basically has a way to dock drones under
Ah,
on its underside, and it has a walkway basically between the drones.
so
And
you've
this
just
thing,
emphasized on it.
yeah, this resembles it, but it's airtight. That's always a good thing.
I've just realised something. So if you were in the same world as Commander Kittens, you would just get him deleted straight away because he's always pink.
It the good thing is it depends on the color. You can set up you really precisely set up the color that you
Ah.
need to remove, and you can make stuff pink. But if it's a certain color, you lose it.
Oh, there's me thinking I could get rid of Commander Kittens in a game by just him logging in and oops, he's
That's
pink. Gotta
that's
go.
isn't Commander Kitten more purplish, or
Yeah.
does he?
He's more purple, but sometimes I like to think he's more pink.
So, upside again, you see that some of the rooms still need a lot of love, but here we have a bit more storage, assemblers, uh, and yeah, a big room with gyros and all that stuff. This is basically we are close to the spine of the ship,
Did you by
and
any chance build this with mirror mode?
no,
It's very precise.
you can't
I know you
use
can't.
mirror mode in survival. So
It just feels like it. I like to
no,
build everything offset.
I'm counting a lot. that's that's the thing. It's a lot of counting.
A lot of reactors.
Oxygen, and hydrogen storage and reactors.
Sweet. So this is the full ship then.
What do you mean the full ship?
This is everything in the ship. There's no
No,
other wheeze.
we go to
Oh.
the front.
Oh.
No, no, full ship. There's more to it. I just go to the backside and then we go to the front. Next room, gravity drive.
Gravity drive. Awesome. Sweet.
Yeah, the people were pretty happy. This is basically for some reason there's I don't know if it's a bug or a feature in the game where mass blocks on a ship react to gravity inside of the ship. It's I don't know how that comes
And
to
it,
be.
it makes the ship go forward itself.
Yeah, forward
Mm.
or backward itself. It this one just slows it down and speeds it up. There is I could build a version that also pulls to the sides or makes it rotate and all that stuff. Everything's possible, but this one is just to and accelerate it.
Nice.
Um,
I like
yeah,
it.
the people it's a viewer thing. I wouldn't build that, but normally I wouldn't build something like that. But the people came and said, "Do it, do it." It's pretty nice, I have to admit.
I love it. I think it's such an amazing. I would like to build a gravity elevator. I've seen a few guys do it, and basically, the gravity would shoot you from asteroid to asteroid, and it
Yeah.
would slow you down. I think that's amazing, but obviously, I would like to do it on planets, but you can't do it on planets because of actual like
Yeah,
gravity.
I had not a similar concept, but I used something like that for ore transport in my last world, where I basically shot ores from orbit to a planet,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a faint idea to do something with asteroids too. No, so that I can shoot ores from one place in space to another,
Okay.
and use it to maybe shoot ores or materials back and forth. I'm not sure yet how I want to have that work, but
That
playing
sounds
around with
awesome.
gravity, playing around with gravity here is sometimes pretty cool.
No, definitely. I mean, the idea I've just had like the way you're saying it there. So if you could shoot it from an asteroid to your base that had a collector, it would
Yeah,
shoot straight into the collector as it was getting mined. That's awesome.
yeah. Hangar deck. Yeah, this is the hangar deck room for some ships, enough docking spaces and enough docking layout to be able to, yeah, to dock some smaller ships. At
Mhm.
the moment I'm pretty careful with it because I still don't know if jump drives and connectors play well
They
together.
do.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good to hear.
If you watch our stream, the one that I do with Epic, we've done that.
Yeah, okay, that's a good thing. Um, and then I have, don't know, at the moment I'm having a medical room, but that will be removed
Okay.
the, in the future. The,
And
the
then
cockpit is the cockpit is just here to AFK if you want, and then a front door again. So one of the it's the this one, I think, the last one. So you can pressurize this whole.
yeah, I can see that.
I had invisible force fields. There's a
Yeah.
there's a mod that could basically hold in air, but have it so that you could still fly through the force field.
Right.
That was nice, but I think the mod is broken at the moment.
I've seen it before. We used it. Well, myself and Kittens used it when we were building his wee pirate ship for his LP, but then he
Uh,
stopped it because his computer couldn't handle it.
yeah,
The game.
yeah. Then upside, I don't know this. I tried my hand in pixel art, and you will have to say what you see there up top over the hangar doors.
Over the hangar doors.
Here, these things.
Right, hold on. I need to go the other side.
It's,
I see a. Is it a
uh,
face?
yeah, it's a space invader.
Uh, I see, and it's got the red blocks at the bottom, and
It's the red bar blocks are just they are just fly in here. The blue part, the game is not good for pixel art because the blocks are just too big. Yeah, oxygen production, some laser gun.
it's a
These
big ship, very big.
it needs to be. Then yeah, solars, and then we have the cradle basically. This part here is so that I can put the Duchessa on the top of the ship, can dock to it, and then fly with her piggybacking this ship.
I like it.
The bottom side is bottom side is bottom side.
Yeah, just plain old bottom. So this is your base.
Yeah, this is the provisional base at the moment, basically, because at the moment it's still underdeveloped. The Empress at the moment is the real base, basically, because it has all the facilities. But yeah, the base basically, I started to build on this asteroid, and then I
Mhm.
thought, hey, maybe make a ring around the asteroid, and that's what I'm trying to do. And
And
then
he
I'm trying to go with the same philosophy as I did with the Empress. Uh, 2 decks maximum, so that it doesn't get too crazy to maneuver and all that stuff. So
wait. All right, maneuver, not actually move the station, but just to
no
get
no no
about.
no no no
Yeah.
to get around in, basically. It's
Oh, are you gonna? You should have like a monorail around it. I know you can get the train mods, or maybe you should get your own kind of wheeled vehicle to go around it. That'd be awesome.
Making circles in Space Engineers is as hard as you can get it.
Oh yeah, no, I
And
can imagine.
yeah,
I tried to
it's
build a saucer-shaped spaceship for the
yeah,
Cosmic Epic final. It wasn't
yeah.
happening.
No.
No.
Yeah, you can do that. There's a circle generator called Plox or Plots or something like that, and that pretty much works. I'm using that since my Minecraft days because I like to build roundish things in Minecraft. But yeah, here in Space Engineers, the sizes of the blocks make it really difficult. This was a lot of counting and redoing.
Yeah, I bet.
And we, when we go to the outside, I can show you another thing that I had to solve with a mod. By the way, one thing Epic did in one of his recent episodes is doing some work with small
Small
blocks
grids,
on rotors.
right?
This one I found electronic board putting small blocks on this thing pretty much works like a rotor, but
Oh wow!
is not a rotor. And we come to the other side of the mod in a bit too. So I can use these to use programmable blocks and timers in a small fashion, and then have something run on there. It's
I
pretty nice.
think I will be letting Epic know about that.
I already did,
Okay.
because he did some things with the timers and rotors there too. By the way, I have to steal his concept just for the design.
What,
But
having it spin around?
yeah, having it spin around. It looks a bit like a U-boat or a submarine
I love it.
bridge with all that stuff. The thing is that some of the scripts, and that's one thing I had to realize, is don't work pretty well behind rotors. For
Okay.
example, the automatic LCD. You need to have extra settings to get it run so that it can control stuff basically behind the rotor.
Okay.
It's a weird thing. Um, it's not a big thing. You have to add some lines, and then it works. Yeah, you can see that at the moment it's underdeveloped, the station. I'm working on it with catwalks here and all that stuff, but I wanted to have it so that I can sit in here and have oxygen,
Yeah.
and I don't have to use up my bottles if I'm AFKing or something like that.
See, I like using catwalks to do as elevators. So instead of using blocks, I use the catwalks on top of a piston,
Mm.
and then I turn them upside down so I can actually place like seats on them.
Yeah,
I like doing that. That's what I love doing with catwalks.
that's a neat idea. I'm usually using them as catwalks because I have this elevator here.
Because like what I realise is as well, if you use them when they come down, and if you put the floor, at the floor platform as that's a wee bit inner, the catwalks will lie on top of them, and there's like
Mm.
it looks like a seal all the way around, and that you can walk straight
Okay,
over it.
yes. Can understand that. The thing for me is what I realized is that using elevators, and even the modded elevators in Space Engineers, you tend to not do that because it's always pressing buttons, waiting for that thing, then going up. Elevators are most of the times are just a gimmick,
Yeah.
and as a survival player, I tend to not have a lot of gimmicks in here, and so I'm
See, I built it
if you
on.
have two decks, a stair is the easiest way to go. No pressing buttons, no waiting, no having pistons explode. Just go up a stair. It works, and that's that's a thing I realized at one point, that having elevators, they at one point they don't get used anymore because pressing X and flying up there is so easy to do.
See, I built my biggest ship I built, and it's called the Lily,
Yeah.
and it has two lifts that go down to the planet, so I can drive small vehicles on.
Mm.
They'll drive onto it, then it lifts it up, and then they lock in, so I
Mm.
can fly away, and that's why I've used the catwalks as flat.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
so through here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's you just end up in open space again. So, what I'm trying to do in the future is having production facilities basically in the inside of of the asteroid.
Okay.
So I have this wheel shape basically. We have spokes coming from the inside going to the outside through the asteroid. The asteroid has its own nanites because
Reasons.
that's easier to do. From here, from this point, the nanites can reach all the points on the wheel on the outside.
Okay.
And I will try to make this airtight, but that will come in the future.
What you could
Um,
always do, and I've seen a few people do it now, is they go into creative mode, build like a sphere in through the blocks all the way around using spectator, then
mhm.
they project it in. So you still can't see the blocks, but the blocks are getting projected in and made.
Yeah, and that would do what?
Seal it in. So
Yeah, I know. The thing is that I'm not using creative mode.
no, I know, I get that, but I mean
I
you
know
could.
you can do that in basically in a creative world, build the sphere, then project the blocks.
Yeah.
I'm I tend to not do that. That's
Okay.
the thing. I the most all I think I have done one ship where I tested something out in creative and then built it on in my world. But again,
Right.
I'm trying to do concepts in survival too. So
Okay. Kind of what Epic's doing right now with
it's
but you wouldn't use all the gravity generators.
uh
Have you not seen Epic's
yeah,
base?
I saw it. He talked about that with the guy in the Discord, where he uses basically the generators to have
Yep.
multiple
Walkways.
walkways basically. And great idea, but again that's too
Complicate.
no, not complicated. I don't I don't know. It's not a thing that always that crossed my mind where I said, "Hey, man, that's a thing I definitely want to do." So I tend to just have one one gravity thing, and then everything's fine.
Take it from there. No, I like it. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
the idea is brilliant because it looks crazy as hell when he suddenly walks on the walls without using the magnet boots and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
cool.
No, but this ring base, there's so much potential for it. It's amazing.
Again, I'm still most of the time I just have okay, I want to, and then I'm doing that, and then I have to think about okay, what to do next with it. And the next thing was okay, I want to have docks on the outside for my ships.
Yeah.
Then I want to have power production on one side because I have a static sun.
Okay.
It's easier on the GPU to not have it rotate, and at the moment it's a bit more realistic, kind of, because
Mhm.
hey, an asteroid could have a position where the sun is always in that position and all that stuff. And again, it's easier on the PC if it's not rotating.
I don't know what. It's something I've never really, except from the cosmic shot, I've never had it stay still. The cosmic shot I have it stay still because I get the sun to come through the skylight.
Mm.
But usually I'd have it going because I like the fact that it goes dark and then light and then dark and then light.
I
But
like that too, but again, I'm struggling.
you're not on a planet though,
This
so
whole base, if it's done at one point, will have thousands of blocks, and uh, my PC will just melt under the load of the space. And so
sweet.
I have to make something so it's easier on the whole PC. I have the good news is that on the horizon I have a solution for some of the problems, and so I hope that in a few weeks the whole game will run a lot better for me.
See, I've done a lot of upgrades to my computer, and I can notice the big massive difference. Yeah, I'll have a
But
look at.
one thing I want to point out, that's a really cool thing that mods can do for you. These blocks here
Oh,
don't exist in the in the
what,
vanilla
what,
game.
the ones that you're just literally grinding up over the
Yes,
wall.
yes. These ones. They don't exist in the
What
absolutely necessary for having these rounded corners.
Ooh.
It's amazing. So
What
the
mod
vanilla,
pack are they in?
um, it's it's one of the packs that's not clearly defined. It's armor slabs or so it's called.
Okay,
And
it's quite
like
carvalicious.
it's neat. It's a neat block that is absolutely missing from the vanilla game. Absolutely. I couldn't build this station this way if I wouldn't have these blocks. I would have open spaces here. And
Do you know, there's certain things you just wish that the devs would add in. Like,
yeah,
for example, like these blocks, or even like a
yeah.
teleportation device. And
I
there's a.
can I can get why they don't bring
I
in
have.
teleportation or something like that. I can get why,
Yet.
because the game is so the game has such a, and don't quote me on that, but such a realistic feeling. So
Okay.
it has the welders and drills instead of, and it uses Gatling guns instead of lasers and all that stuff.
But
So I
then,
can understand why they don't put in teleportation, but these blocks,
even that, then,
hmm,
what about decoration mods?
yeah, that's
Why don't they
also a
have
thing.
chairs and
Yeah.
stuff like that? And instead of, like, also with health, why can't you, if you wanted, food?
The thing is, and that's one thing that makes me a bit suspicious is a good word. I watched a stream done by Rexar, that's one
Yeah?
of the developers,
Yeah, no, Rexar.
and he outright denied that they want to bring in stuff like food.
Right.
They want to make the survival part better, but they don't want to put in food or something like that. And I
Okay.
don't know what they want to do, because the survival definitely needs upgrades. Base engineers, the survival loses as soon as you put up a solar panel and an oxygen or two. Then survival is done.
Yeah, I get that.
And
Because all you're doing is you're surviving, as in you're not dying. And
yeah,
that's it. But then
and
when you get to a world like what you've got here, and you've got everything, you're practically self-sufficient. So
yeah,
it's like that kind of, the whole survival then is gone. It's not really an issue now.
yeah.
And I know a lot of people get bored after that.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It is better than in some other games. For example, StarMate, there is no survival, and that makes the game a bit boring for me. But that's the thing. It needs more survival elements to keep it interesting, and I don't know how they want to do that if they don't introduce stuff like hunger or something. We will see how what the future brings, because making survival better just by adding skins, no, that's not working. This whole skin thing is nice, but that doesn't make the
Yeah,
game.
like having your own customization. Yeah, I like it and it's amazing. And I like the
Yeah,
fact that it gives you an element, the fact that you can go out and find things and pull them into your ships, and then like, yeah, that's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Before they changed it to be, don't know,
But
20 to 45 minutes, you could find 20 of them per hour. So they spawned all around the station in area of around, don't know, radius of around 2 to 3 kilometers.
yeah,
So I had a lot of them.
and then yeah, no, it's like it's lovely. It's a good idea, but
Yeah.
I would like it if they put more effort into making the player friendly for like say for the fact that two of us are on right now, but see if we're both streaming or recording, it would be completely like sometimes the game just does not work.
Yeah. There's so much to do now, and still with space engineers. I hope they do some more things for survival, because my main thing is the survival element. I'm trying to the I understand that you have it more with multiplayer, that you want to have multiplayer working. For me, it's more the survival element. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to have more survival elements, things to do. And again, just collecting a bit of ice and setting up a solar panel that can't be the only survival element.
Right.
So
Yeah,
we'll
I
have to
think
see.
I think it'd be cool if you had to maybe certain planets had certain resources that you had to get to survive. So as the further you go on, the more research, like the only like platinum you can only get in space, right? Well, what if platinum was only on Mars, like, and you had to go to Mars somehow? And I don't know, just ideas, but it's like I would like it.
The idea is not bad, and they have done that with getting into space, because I think you I don't know if you can get
Nope.
platinum, but at least is so rare that there's no way that you can easily find it. I don't know. I never started on a planet, so I
Starting on a planet is hard.
yeah, yeah,
You don't have platinum, and there's like, see, I find it hard to get even silver sometimes.
yeah, yeah. That's hard. That's hard in space too. It's a weird thing. Um,
Let's go and
but
check
yeah,
this wee ship down
I'm
here.
not sure if restricting it to certain planets. I'm not sure if the idea needs refining, because going and saying, okay, you can just find gold or platinum on Mars, so you have to get there. Maybe that's a bit restricting, so
Okay.
that you have to get to certain places. But it would be neat to the biggest thing that you always can compare every survival game is always Minecraft. It's an unfair comparison, but that's always the thing you do immediately. That's at least what
I've never
I
played
come
it.
to.
I never played it, so
That's
I don't. I
okay.
base
Then
everything to
we don't
this.
need to talk about that. But that's basically the prototype, one of the prototypes of survival games. So as dumb as that sounds, blocky survival games,
Mhm.
and every blocky survival game after that has to live with the fact that it always gets compared to Minecraft. And Minecraft, I think, makes the survival element pretty well. So you still have to go out and farm. You still have to tend to your farms. You still have to tend to your hunger. And the mixture is so well done that I always have to give at least props to that. That I think the mixture is pretty well done, and
I
I'm missing that in Space Engineers.
I like Ark Survival for that aspect as well, like with food, water. Uh,
Yeah,
the
Ark
f-
Survival is not the thing I would go to.
yes, I get that, but like just for the
I get it.
survival reasons, just for like
Yeah,
how they've done it, I like that.
yeah.
And the fact that if you don't have a good enough house or a base, then a big dinosaur can break through it and kill you.
The what I don't like, and I never Ark Survival. I know what it is. I never played it. I played Conan Exiles. Basically, that's
Oh,
the same.
I've
Same
never
in
played it,
green.
but it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's the same in green. The thing is that that these games live too much of the multiplayer aspect.
Mhm. What is the ship at the bottom?
This one, that's the Duchessa. That's the
Okay.
original Duchessa. I modified her, but that's basically the ship I found and brought with me into
So
all the seasons I have.
so this is the actual one that came with the game, like vanilla.
Yes,
Oh, I like it. But I like yours better.
it's the same model basically, made 3 times bigger, and then I changed some things. So, but I just like the design. The guy or the girl, I'm not sure who made it, really did an amazing job.
Oh, I
Um,
seriously have.
and so the candy cane, always my edition, but the I yeah, again, that's the ship I brought into all the turtle and the Duchessa were in all my. So
And then the one above it, the other one that's just a smaller version.
no, that's my scout ship. I built it in a similar fashion, but this is basically a ship I'm using to get around,
Yeah,
searching
actually,
for new encounters, and I'm using it to now attack us.
I've actually
Heavy
seen a few
armor,
episodes of you using it.
yeah, heavy armor, more weapons, and now a radar and these cannons on the front. Here, that's what I wanted to show you. That's another thing. The, you saw this electronic boards where you
Yeah,
could just put in small blocks
yeah.
onto a big thing. That's the same with weapons, basically. So I can put the small weapons on the big ship and then use
Oh,
them.
wow.
So a viewer of mine said maybe cannon to shoot down other ships or to destroy the thrusters of enemy ships, and there was no good sniper cannon for big ships because
Can,
this is a big ship basically.
can I fire it?
Um, yeah, take it out and fire it. The cockpit is on the inside.
Right, okay.
Uh, you have to go basically here down here, and then look up. There's the cockpit. You might not be able to
Fly it.
press yeah, you might not be able to press the button immediately because this ship has the projection around it. So this
Ah.
ship projects itself on itself and then it repairs it automatically.
I just want to fire one round. So,
Yeah, do no problem. Can fire multiples if you want.
oh, that is smart.
That's there's an autocannon and a smaller too.
That is so cool.
I like it. And the turrets around it are pretty for missile defense.
Right, hold on. Oh, I like that one better.
The
Right.
smaller one fires a lot faster.
Yeah.
That's the autocannon, yeah.
Nope, I don't want to jump. What was the other one? 8. Oh, look at that one. It's so cool.
The only thing it doesn't do is reload itself. So,
Right.
You have to manually put in ammo.
Could you not get Tim to do that for you?
Yeah, you could get Tim to do it, and that's the next thing. One of the next things I want to do, basically set up Tim to put in the ammo. Maybe set him up to also produce the ammo because this ship has basically an assembler. It has one of the built-in repair systems, and it has oxygen generator, all that stuff. So it is a small do-it-all ship pretty well.
Can I leave a present? Okay. And it's vanilla.
Present?
Yes, I would like to leave that skeleton about as a mark for me that I was here.
Where do you want to leave it?
On the asteroid. Just so you can see it and you'll always know that I was here.
Okay, then
You pick a spot.
We'll have to decide to, don't know, put it somewhere inside or so, but
Is there any parts of the base that you won't be touching?
I
On the
can't
asteroid.
tell yet. That's the big problem because again,
Okay.
maybe come on the inside. Come
Okay,
inside.
I'm trying to find the...
We will just leave it in the main hall. Then I will
Corpse,
not touch
corpse,
it.
corpse. Where are you?
Here, for example, is always a space on the inside ring somewhere.
Where about are you?
I'm inside the station.
Inside the station. Right, I'm in at the nanite factory inside the asteroid.
Okay, I'm inside the lock part, the airlock.
Oh, in the
air
big
duct
base.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you.
So I've the inner windows here. to build something here. If you just leave it here, then everybody can
See the ad.
see it.
I appreciate you letting me do this.
No problem.
I just find it funny. On the wall?
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Let it sit down there on the.
Do you want it on the
ground.
on the ground, alright, okay.
Yeah, set it on the ground. Then I always have the explaining to do why there's a body in my station. Lean it against the wall, then.
It's telling me no.
That's not right. Why?
Oh wait, I could do it there. Nope, I can't. It was green. There we go.
That's also neat. I have to deal with that guy.
Wait, we need to colour it.
Color it.
I'm doing it orange.
It's so bad that it has the clean nice suit instead of the.
Out the way. There we go.
Oh,
Buttered
man.
toast.
Oh man, no, I can't.
You can delete it at any time you want. I just think it's
No, no, no.
hilarious.
I will try to. If nothing explodes, I will just try to
No, that's vanilla.
here.
That's actually in the game.
That's neat. Yeah, you said you need to
Blueprint it.
uh,
See when you're in when you're doing the missions, the first few
Yeah.
missions that you start the game, you see the skeletons there. Well, if you blueprint it, then you can take it into anywhere. Also, it's in the files somewhere, so it shouldn't crash. That
So if the station ever explodes or I need to move it, I can just
just get rid of it.
blueprint it in. Yeah, then I will.
Yeah, you can
Then
blueprint it anytime.
Never know if I had to really that one.
That's awesome. I love it. Alright, let's...
That will stay there. Maybe I need to make a trophy room somewhere so that everybody that visits can put his
stamp on it. Yeah, no, definitely. That's put his body as skeleton. I was here.
like that. Yeah, I was here. I tend to murder my guests. No, it's.
Well, that's what so the skeletons came from Commander Kittens when he was here. And I did have on the Earth planet, there is actually the Earth show. There's on the LCDs, Epic put some pictures up for me.
Yeah.
So I kind of had people when they've been here, they've added something to the base in the past.
Nice.
So I thought it'd be a wee something for you. I would leave a skeleton for you.
That's absolutely nice. I'm absolutely happy with that. It's good to sometimes it's nice to have a story to tell then.
Oh, definitely.
See that? Cosmic let that let that rot there.
Let his body leave. It's actually
Yeah.
cosmic. Anyway, guys, this has been a very long and awesome chat. Oh
That's
man,
good to hear.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to come and spend with me.
No problem. You asked nicely and didn't say let's do it now, but said okay, can we do it on that day? And everything's good.
It worked out nicely, and I would love to do another episode with you on a build or something, or even a stream. That would be awesome.
And I will definitely bring you into my world again and then do something for my channel or so. And we can, don't know if you want, invite me again. That's always
Yeah, no, definitely I will. I'll even try and get a few other like Epic and Pampered Duchess and all that. We can also have see how that would work out. But anyways, thank you for being here.
Put all the big guys into one. get bigger guys. Than
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Like having all these big guys all into a world, have like a build off, and I'll be the the spectator cameraman. What?
Oh,
Oh, that would be
no.
awesome. Just like what Wasted has done. Anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
Yeah, the build-offs I always lose.
So thank you guys for watching. If you've liked this episode, please put a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Any ideas or anything you'd like me to show in the next Cosmic Show, I would love to hear it. Also, thank you to this guy, amazing Rabenschild. I'll put a link to his channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Go and pay him a visit. Awesome guy.
Thank you, Cosmic, for inviting me.
No,
That's always nice.
always a pleasure. So as always, guys, remember, stay safe.